Hey guys, so as a former design major, I have always loved and been fascinated by color theory. And the most basic part of color theory are the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. At least those are what we're going to be focusing on today. So I thought it would be fun to create some looks using those colors because I feel like those colors are very bright and it's hard to make looks that look okay with all of those included. Things like that. It's very hard to create looks with those colors and make them look nice and not just crazy. So I thought that would be something to play with and just see what I come up with. So, yeah. So for both of these looks, I'm just starting with e.l.f.'s Poreless Primer. I'm just putting that all over my face. This is one of my favorite products to use. Normally I just use it on its own, but for brighter looks like today with the primary colors, I'm actually going to apply foundation on top of this as well. And I just use this by Burt's Bees. With my beauty blender, I'm just making sure that that's completely blended out or across my face and down my neck a little bit. Then with e.l.f.'s eyebrow palette, which I use pretty much daily, I'm just filling in my eyebrows like normally. I feel like with brighter makeup looks, it's very important to have your brows completely on fleek for that. For this, I'm just starting out with the shade Blue Monday from Jeffree Star's Blue Bloods palette, and I'm just taking that and putting that right in my crease. Once I got that pretty blended out, I pretty much just kept adding to that to make sure that I could get that crease as pigmented as possible. Then I am just adding in the shade I'm Cold right over top of that and blending that out. I blended this lighter blue a little bit more out than the Blue Monday, just so we could have a very deep set cut crease. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, you already know that I am a very messy person and I have very shaky hands. So from time to time, I'm just going to take out that beauty blender and make sure that I fix any mistakes or any fallout. And then I'm just going in with e.l.f.'s Jelly Highlighter, which is actually my newly favorite highlighter to use. And that just blends in very easily to that foundation for a very subtle but nice highlight. And with a white eye crayon, I am just putting that onto my lid so we can really add some more contrast for this cut crease. Then with my very broken confidence palette by Perfusion Cosmetics, I'm just taking this yellow shade, Serendipity, and putting that right into the inner corner of my eyes. And I'm just dipping into this shade Empire, which is a nice red, and I'm just applying that to the rest of my lid and blending that a little bit into the yellow. I realized that the yellow shade got a little bit too muddy from blending it with the red, so I just ended up dabbing some more of that into my inner corners. I'm just going in with this yellow eyeliner by Rechu. I'm actually not sure how to pronounce this brand, but I got them online. And I'm just adding that right under my eyes. Then I'm going in with a blue eyeliner by the same company on the top of my eyes. I just did a small little cat eye on both sides with that blue as well. And I don't know about you, but I'm really bad at making sure that my eyeliner is even on both eyes, so it really does take me a while to make sure that that's as even as it possibly can be. At this point, the eye look is pretty much done, so I'm just adding in some mascara to finish that off and making sure that everything looks even. Normally, I would add a little bit of mascara onto the lower lashes as well, but for this specific look, I wanted to really bring out the contrast between the blue liner and the yellow liner under my eye. Since there's already so much color on my eyes, I wanted to keep it pretty minimal with the lips and just decided to go with a plumping lip gloss by e.l.f. Then I realized that we didn't use any glitter today, so I added some Glitterazzi right onto the red and yellow of my lids, just to add a little bit more contrast between that and the blue. hope you guys liked how this first look turned out. This is actually the first time I've done a very bright cut crease, so obviously there's a learning curve to that, but hopefully you'll like the next look as well. For my second look, I already have a base of the putty primer as well as my foundation blended out, so I'm just going to go ahead with some Away We Glow highlighter. As someone who is very pale, this highlighter is really nice because it's just a pure white and adds a very nice and natural highlight for my skin tone. And for this eye look, I am just starting with Jaclyn Hill's Morphe palette, and I'm going in with this dark red shade called Siren. And I'm applying this shade mainly into my crease to really deepen that a little bit more, but I'm also blending that out a little bit to the outer parts of my eyelid as well. Once I have that pretty blended out, I'm just grabbing the shade Lolly from the same palette. It's a nice pink shimmer, and I'm just adding that right onto the center of my lids and blending that into the Siren shade. And as always, I'm a hot mess, so I'm of course fixing any fallout or mistakes with my beauty blender. So now that we have that red applied, I'm moving on to our next color, yellow. Now for this, I'm actually using the shade On Camera, which is a nice kind of yellowy gold, and I'm just putting that into the inner corner of my eyes. I'm just adding in some red felt tip eyeliner under my eyes for a little pop of color. And I'm just extending that to the end of the eyeshadow. I'm just dipping into that On Camera shade again, and from the inner corner of my eyes, I am just lightly blending that out around the top of my eyeshadow for a little bit more of a highlight. And now it is officially time for the blue. So I'm just going in with the shade I'm Cold from the Blue Bloods palette, and I'm very lightly blending that under my eye right below that red eyeliner. And with the Glitterati, I am just adding that onto my lid for a little bit more of a shimmer for this glam look. Now with some blue felt tip eyeliner, I am just adding that right in the middle of the blue eyeshadow for a little bit more contrast under my eyes. And then with the dark purple eyeliner, I am just lining the top of my eyes, and I'm extending that into a wing right above the blue eyeshadow. And then I'm just adding in some mascara, and I'm putting this onto my top lashes as well as my lower lashes for this look for a full glam effect. I ended up going with a simple brown lipstick from e.l.f. to just make sure that that's muted against the bright tones. And of course, with any dark lipstick, you want to make sure that none of that gets on your teeth. I'm just going to add a little bit of the Glitterati right into the center of the lip for a little bit more of a highlight. I ended up adding some yellow eyeliner right under that dark blue, just to make sure that each of these primary colors had a large presence in the look. And then Jay walked in. Hi, Pulpa.
It's a good boy.
Hi.
It's a good boy. Look at that good man. Gotta give him highlighter too.
Pulpa, you want some highlighter?
He needs it.
He knows. Want that on your cheek?
He said no thanks. Yeah. That's how you pose.
That's how you pose.
Ass and titties.
That's
contort
how you pose.
Your body so that you can be on a on a movie cover.
Bye. Bye guys, see you later.